Hey guys, welcome to SVC. I'm your host Tykerson, and you already know what this video is. If you looked at the title, you know what's going on. We're talking about Dragon Ball Super Episode 117, Showdown of Love, Androids vs. Universe 2.
Alright, so let's talk about the episode. If I were to give it any word, definitely a fun episode. There were a few things in it that I thought were interesting. For example, the very first interesting part to me was when Vegeta is fighting the cop guy, the guy who's able to transform previously, and the guy who his suit would turn into speed mode, and this time it could turn into raging battle mode. It increases his power by 300 times. And so after he transforms into the state, he taunts Vegeta for Vegeta to come and attack him, but Vegeta doesn't. So instead, what Vegeta does is Vegeta completely drops his guard. And, he throws his arms at his side, just like how Ultra Instinct Goku would look. So the guy goes after Vegeta, and he cocks his arm back, and he punches Vegeta so hard in the face that Vegeta's head hits the mountain, bounces off of the mountain, and then the guy keeps hitting. He hits him in the face at least 20 times. Eventually, until Vegeta doesn't want to take it no more, grabs his hand and crumples the dude. Dude falls over and just like, "You've been holding your power!" And then Vegeta returns a fury of punches. During that cutscene, you see all the Universe 7 benched players trying to figure out what Vegeta's doing, and then Whis says maybe Vegeta's himself too is trying to master Ultra Instinct. When Vegeta gets tired of taking those hits and grabs the hand and crumples the guy, Whis says, well, this style seems to suit Vegeta better. So, does that mean that what people have been theorizing about there being two types of Ultra Instinct, offensive and defensive? Well, honestly, only time will tell, but I don't think so. I don't think Ultra Instinct has anything to do with two separate forms. I feel like Ultra Instinct, if anything, is the perfect embodiment of both. But, like I said, that's a topic for another day. So, you cut a few scenes. You see, Universe 2 trying to gang up on a Goku with no stamina. And instead of them all attacking, Ribrianne, and I think the girl's name is Rosie, decide to fight 18 and 17 because they intervene in the match. Oh, and also, initially, at the beginning of the episode, when they show the stamina drain to Goku, Piccolo and Gohan realize that Goku's defenseless. So as they're rushing to his aid, Polina and Salnell interrupt, and they are trying to get their best 2 out of 3. They're doing a run back. So that's what's happening. Anyways, fast forward back to where I was at. Ribrianne and Rosie are fighting 18 and 17. Now, while these two are fighting, it's actually pretty cool because you get some nice little co-op moments where when Ribrianne shoots a giant heart and it's dodged and instead hits Rosie, and then as it's sending Rosie into the sky, 17 completely shoots another blast at Rosie, which eliminates her, taking her out of the tournament. Now we knew 17 was gonna get that kill or that elimination from way back. Anyways, fast forward, Ribrianne's talking to 18, and 18 is confronting her, and Ribrianne notices that Krillin is shouting at 18, and so she looks at Krillin and notices his glistening head, and she's like, "Is that your husband?" And 18's like, "What of it?" She's like, No. He's not even beautiful. He can't be your husband. He also doesn't have a nose." Now this is a throwback, because the last time anybody heard anything about Krillin not having a nose, that was in Dragon Ball. He was fighting a dude that stinks a lot, and Krillin was thinking that he was going to lose or whatever, and until he was reminded that, dude, you have no nose. And then he proceeded to win. But anyways, I don't remember how thoroughly all of that went. I might be recalling those events wrong. Go to the next scene. Ribrianne gets knocked into the wall. She reverts. She shoots a trick shot past 18. It hits the mountain behind her. 18 thinks she misses. Unbeknownst to her, Ribrianne's pulling a Hunter x Hunter. I can't remember the clown guy's name at the moment. Hisoka? I think that's it. Hisoka, right? She's pulling that move. So she sent something underneath the ground that's actually tangling 18 up. And as she's tangling 18 up, it's got her on like a rose heart thing. And Krillin's losing it because this is his bae. This is his woman. He sees her about to get thrashed. Because what's happening is all of Universe 2 is chanting Ribrianne on with those wands that you would get at like the Coliseum if you're seeing some sort of event. Give power to Ribrianne, and she just grows into this kaiju Ribrianne. And so now Ribrianne is at her most powerful state. And so when she throws a fist in slow motion, 18 wakes up thanks to Krillin, and then 18 breaks out of what was holding her back. She throws a punch at ginormous Ribrianne's fist and shatters it, and then she jumps on her arm, and as she's running up her arm, Ribrianne is shooting like other attacks at her. She fires a blast out of her mouth, and then your boy 17 comes in, jumps in front of her with the energy barrier, blasting the attack past him, and then 18 launches off into the air, and then Ribrianne throws another fist, and then 18 breaks that fist, and then she shoots fireballs, and then she's dodging it, and then ultimately she does like a big blast through her mouth, like a raccoon racer gun, and 18 charges forward with her fist to burst through that plus-size model's head, bro. Like, it was it was good. Like, if you ever wanted 18 to have a dignified moment, this was it. And she probably won't ever get another one. I can't even see it. So it literally shows 18 punch through big-ass Ribrianne's head when she's in that giant Ribrianne kaiju form, and then she gets eliminated. So, what does that leave? That leaves those three guys that are trying to gang up on Goku, which it's just such a stupid strategy. It's so stupid. If you know Goku is the MVP against Jiren, why would you try and take him out? Because what, you think Ribrianne's gonna take out Jiren? No, man, that's not gonna happen. Not at all. The smart thing to do would be to let one of those two beat the other, and then whichever one's exhausted, send all your troops out after them. Like, that's it. It has to be the dumbest thing to see these people trying to gang up on Goku. It's just dumb. And then the one guy that tried to also hit Jiren, it's stupid. But you know, that's the narration. You can't do it that way because they want to see somebody. I mean, they could write it that way, but I'm not gonna focus on that. So Universe 2 has 3 warriors left, and you know, that's kind of where the episode pans out. But the next episode's gonna actually be, from what it looks like, a combination of Gohan and Piccolo versus Palina and Sanel, and Goku probably versus these 3 scrubs, because nobody can get to Goku unless 17 or 18 intervene again. But I think they're trying to show that 18 has this weakness in her leg for a future elimination that it's going to cost her. That's what I think they're getting at. And I would have never foreseen 18 beating Ribrianne. I would have never, because I recall a moment where Goku was Super Saiyan Blue and he gave Ribrianne a kick and she just rolled and took it like it was nothing. And then that's when she, you know, was at Jiren's footsteps. But to have 18 beat Ribrianne in her most, what appears to be her most powerful state, unless you're trying to argue with me that Ribrianne being tall and giant like that was merely more of a aesthetic buff, but not a not an actual power buff. Like, that's the only thing I can see. So I'm trying to think if I missed anything else. During the scene where it does show, there is a scene that before 17 and 18 get engaged in battle, right after Ribrianne and Rosie jump off to go and follow their Universe God of Destruction's plan to go jump Goku. It is a little bit of a scene where it shows 17 wrapping a bandage around 18's damaged leg,
and she's inquiring about his wish, which was getting a super cruiser to go around the world with his family. And that's when 18 talks about, you know, living through Marlon and Krillin, and that's when the main focus of the episode kind of starts to take place there. But all in all, like I said, I'd say it was a fun episode. I'm gonna watch it a few more times just because it deserves it. I am gonna bat a blind eye to some of the things that did happen. I'm not gonna. You can't watch this show and take it seriously as far as power scaling. You just can't. You just can't. And you know, 18 had to get a kill, but we don't. Okay, all right. There's just so much to be said. Like, we don't even know how powerful 18 truly is. We don't. But you have a good idea. I mean, Krillin can scrap with Super Saiyan God Goku. So I mean, who knows, right? But yeah, guys, if I were to give episode 117 a rating, I'd give it a 3 out of 5. Yep, 3 out of 5. Anyways, guys, I'll see you on episode 118. I'll catch you guys there. Later.